Yo, what's up, chat? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blessings to you. I just want to get up here and give you a shout out and tell you no matter what life is looking like, take it for what it looks like. But you can change what it is. The unfortunate part about life, and it is unfortunate, is when you allow others to dictate. It's your life, not others. When you get in relationships with people, you have to be mindful who you're dealing with. Really get to know the people who you're dealing with. Research people. Some people, they don't take time to research people and see who they are. See how they say who they say they are. Or ask God to reveal you who they are. You know, people are so judgmental. You hold people to their past. That was yesterday. If they're showing you that that's who they are, then that's just who they are. Their yesterday is today. The unfortunate part about people is you judge and you don't really know who you're judging. Or you get an experience where you put yourself in a situation and cause the person to react in a certain way. And then you carry that for all situations, never giving the person a chance to react in any way because you've already set them up as if they were going to react as the same as they did as a prior situation. And you know, a lot of people who are in relationships, they do the same thing. You know, when you aftermath a person, and that's what I call it aftermath. When you aftermath a person, you know, chat, you cause people to react in that manner. Like, hey, you know, you could have told me something up front. It caused me to be upset. It doesn't necessarily mean to say I'm going to react that same way every single time. If you treat me with kindness, I'll treat you back with kindness. I'll hold you to the upper. But if you aftermath me for every situation, what are your expectations of me to react to it? I'm in control of my reactions. True, chat. But, however, if there's a situation that's already been at hand and you are still judging me prior to the way I reacted then that means you still are trying to dictate the way you move towards me and the way I'm going to be. I can't allow anybody to dictate me. If you angered me once and you keep trying to dictate me, you're going to anger me again and again. And then at that point, you leave me to decide. I no longer want to deal with you. I no longer want to have any sort of relationship with you because I'm an easy person to talk to. If you're talking to me, if you're trying to bullshit me, I'm rebuking you. I can't go for that. I won't go for that. And you know, chat, today I woke up and I just feel my strongest emotion. And my strongest emotion is frustration. They're frustrated for being a good person because good people take the hardest hits. And regardless of what face I have, judge me by my soul. Take me for my heart. Don't take me for what I look like. I've never been a sucker. I might have played one. But I ain't never been a sucker. I'm a hard worker. I'm a good person. And anything I do, I put my all into it. I never short nobody. So if you got shorted, it's because you put yourself in a position to where you was just cut off. I take so much. My shoulders are bending. And bones are supposed to break, not bend. So that means I can't carry no more weight. So chat, my purpose for this word for today, make sure you're a priority. Make sure you celebrate yourself. Don't wait for somebody to do it. And never give anybody the opportunity to dictate anything about you. Never give anyone that much control over you. Most importantly, love yourself so you don't miss yourself. Let others miss you. And when you love yourself, chat, you'll always be on top of the game. Nobody can hurt you if you don't give them the opportunity. Strong-willed, strong mind, they're not easily broken. It takes a lot to break somebody that's strong. Test of faith, test of your hand, test of your mankind. At the end of the day, it's always going to be a test. How you answer them questions, it's up to you. It's your life. If you love yourself, you don't worry about who's laying next to you. You don't worry about what you have. You don't worry about what you lost. And you don't worry about what you're about to gain. If you're in a relationship and somebody's questioning something that you've done out of the love and kindness of yourself, then maybe they're not for you. Or maybe they're not true to you. When you're in a relationship, you're supposed to have expectancies. It's just like a relationship with God. You expect for God to move in your life. You expect for God to never drop you. You expect for God to bless you. Blessings, I'm not talking about monetary. I'm talking about in the right mind, the right eyesight, your ears, you can hear. I'm talking about blessing your soul. Giving this message today, I'm giving it to myself too. Sometimes hard lovers, they make life harder. It doesn't have to be. It just has to be right. Life has to be peaceful. Life has to be joyous. Because if you don't have joy, you cannot at all. You can't entertain your peace. And all of that, yes, it comes from within, chat. But it also comes from the people you've invited into your world. It comes from the people that you share your world with. But most importantly, it brings it back to, do you love yourself? Chat, I'm a strong person. I've been through so many trials, so many tribulations. I've won, I've lost. I've lost and I've won. I've flipped it, brought it back, lost again. I've never felt so defeated. Never. I keep holding on to my faith. I keep thinking that it might be within me. Sometimes I sit back and I reevaluate who I put into my life, or who God put into my life. I even reevaluate my family. And sometimes that's okay, because even though we have the same blood, we're not the same people. We don't do the same things. So, my chit chat with y'all people in the world, especially those that are seeking partners and trying to put together a life and have the goodness of love, and I'm on here today to tell you, be transparent. See people for who they are, not for the scars that they carry, not for the pain that they have. And don't look at a person like, yes, I can heal you. No, you can't. But you can support the person to be stronger for themselves, to fix what they got going on. And for the people who are trying to talk to people, don't share your past. That was your past. That's not who you are. You want a person to get to know you for today, not the you for yesterday, or the you for you on Tuesday or Monday or Sunday. You want the person to get to know you for today. And today is January 1st, Thursday. You want a person to know you for that, for who you are today. Don't remind people where you came from. People tend to keep you bondage there. People tend to hold you there. Most importantly, you keep yourself captive on your own. And if you struggle with your past and the trauma that it brings, then you definitely don't want people to know where you came from. Yes, you could tell them the city you grew up in, but they don't need to know your walks of life. They need to know who you are for today. And if you don't love yourself today, then leave the people alone until you learn to love yourself. Because you drop your scars on other people and give them open wounds. And when you leave, because you will, you'll give them scars. So chat, I'm telling you, from a scorned, broken soul, I love you. I love you for who you are. I accept you for who you are. And I got on this airline knowing and willingly knowing that there's also backlash. But I'm telling you personally, from a person who's been through things that some people 70 years old ain't been through. Hold your head high. Believe in yourself. Never forget to celebrate yourself. And don't leave it up to no one else. I love you, chat. Stay blessed. Be strong.